Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel for another video. This is going to be my top 10 tips when it comes to these fun in the sun deals. Now, I don't know when this video is going to come out because I'm having some problems with YouTube at the moment. So I'm trying to upload the first video that I'm trying to cover, but it's like right down the bottom here, it's like still processing and I can't release it because it's just like, it just wouldn't be sent out to you. So, well, the joys of, you know, making YouTube videos and stuff, but we need to kind of plow on regardless of when these videos are uploaded and put out. We need to talk about top 10 tips for this fun in the sun sales. A full list of these tips can be found in a description down below, and we'll try and cover it on screen as well in a moment. But the first tip is don't feel intimidated. One of the worst things I think that a lot of players can feel is intimidated with a lot of people going, oh, I bought this, or I use my units here. Regardless if you're a spender, non-spender in the game, you can feel like a bit intimidated by people. I would say that, you know, some people like bragging is kind of like, it's not too helpful with all of this. Kind I appreciate there's going to be people want to go like, I got this pull, or I'm able to rank up this. So look, it is what it is, but try and kind of look at it from a perspective of trying not to feel intimidated by other people and also intimidated to kind of make those advances. Because here's the thing, you don't need to spend in game in order to have a good time, and also at the same time you don't need to overly spend your units. Just enjoy the game at a leisurely pace at how you feel. The next thing is target what you need, and you need from a point of improvements, whether or not it's champions, whether or not it's, and here's the thing, selectors are very important, but look, if it's a champion you want to get, you rank up materials, you want to start a process of getting towards 6-star signature stones, 5-star signature stones, wherever you are in the game, look at what is going to make an improvement to your roster. If you're close to something like a 7-star, like a 6-star, like a rank 4 6-star, like a rank 3 6-star, whatever you're close to, then it's always good to target it. If you can't spend your glory, loyalty in some places, then obviously the units are going to hopefully get you to that next stage. It may be your first tier 5 class catalyst or tier 6 class catalyst, depending on where you are in the game. But target what is going to make an improvement to your roster and to your account. Number 3, plan for the future. Something that really cropped up with a lot of this is the extent of spend of units in order to get something from it. So in a nutshell, when you looked at something like Cyber Weekend 2022, for example, you may have felt that you were getting more for your unit. And this may again be the case. I mean, the Cyber Weekend deals looked a little bit like this. So when you spent 18,000 or even 21,000 units, you found that you were getting a lot for your units. One of the biggest problems you might experience with this particular one, and as many free-to-play players have pointed out to myself, and as well, I do get this, by the way, this is obviously the second video of me covering it, so I didn't mention it in the first one, but you will feel pressured to spend 36,000 units in order to get this Jessica Jones right at the very end. Maybe you will, maybe you won't feel intimidated to spend those extent units. But 36,000 is a lot. It's a lot of units to find and spend. So you may feel like, right, well, for this, I may have to think about the future and maybe prioritizing Cyber Weekend deals because they're fairer in theory for this. I've never been a big fan of July 4th deals, but you know, Cyber Weekend deals I do rate better than this. The next tip is all about skimming some units. If you're close to getting a deal, maybe you want one of the reset deals, maybe it's the case you want to get a tier 1 deal, for example, then you can go and grind in Arena. In doing some of the calculations, it is possible to get at least 1,000 units. One time I did 2,000 units in a week. So strange things are possible and can happen. Like I am interested in getting up to 3,000 units. Now I could get very lucky when it comes to my my pulls of arena crystals. I may get very unlucky. Like right now, you know, for the video, for the lols, we're just going to try and pop open a load of these right now. I always hate doing these kind of like, because anything can really happen. Yeah, like there's some gold. So yeah. 165 units. Well, that's not too bad, but it still helps out. You know, 165 units plus the arena grinding. I could see myself up to 1,000 units in a week if I applied myself now. And I might just do that. Next up is buy from the Webstore. Something I recommend is to go to buy via the Webstore, and this is because you get more units. I'll put a link in the description to this right here, which is called July 4th. It's weird because it's called July 4th sale, but it gives details of what is in each of those particular items when you click on it, because on the web page it's not there on the Webstore. But I must stress something which I didn't mention in the previous video or the MCN today, is that do or try to have a private network, so like VPN, as Blizzard has kind of like mentioned in the past. Like, do be warned, like it is kind of a good idea to do like purchase. If you go over a public network, it can be a bit of an issue, so make sure you are purchasing the items via like you know, private network, because it could be a case of you never know what could be kind of like there. There's a bit of a security risk with it. Not completely, but as I said, like, just pop on a VPN or something, and you should be cushy in order to do it. By the way, cushy is a it's like safe, tidy. It's a Britishism. Next tip is prioritize selectors, especially if you're looking for champions. For a lot of us, we may be interested in getting some better champions. Now, it does say here that there's a 2019 to 2021 6-star selector and a 2022 one. So if there is any kind of like, actually there's multiple, there's 2 on one and 2 on the other respectively. So if there is something that you are looking to target champion-wise, it's going to be really decent for your roster. You want to have, I don't know, like Spot as a defensive option. You've never picked up Spot, so you might want to target that. So those selectors are fantastic, and specific-based champion grabbing is important for a lot of the player base. The next tip is all about tracking the metas. One of the biggest things that I mentioned a lot, and a lot of people mention a lot, is, you know, tracking what is meta at the moment. Meta items are things like 7-star shards and tier 6 class catalysts. So the great thing about this is that those particular items are available. Tier 6 class catalysts hold something that can get you rank 2 7 stars and also rank 5 6 stars, which is really important. Also the other thing is 7-star shards, and 7-star shards are some of the kind of the go-to things at the moment. They're the next progression with the storage system. So those are 2 things to target. The lesser things that you can get a lot of the time for free, and that's why Kabam have devalued them, are things like Awakening Gems and 6-star signature stones. Awakening Gems are in the side quest at the moment, and signature stones you can get from the Battleground store. You can also get 6-star shards, but they are in some of the lower deals and yes, are more prevalent. This is why selectors are more interesting, and selectors are meta as well. So those things are things to target. Yes, you could say rank 3 to 4 6-star gems are important, but they now look like they've been throwing around for a less amount of the unitary value than they once were. The next tip is all about progress. So one of the biggest things is making that progression up, because you want to access some of the better deals. And that's the thing. The weird thing about this is that Cavalier and Thronebreaker have the same deals. This is very important, and I would say it's more of an encouragement for uncollected players, if anything, this particular tip, because if Kabam, I don't know why I said that, Kabam are putting Thronebreaker and Cavalier deals together, then let's face it, uncollected players that make that jump up to Cavalier are going to have access to, if they grind out a lot of arena, a lot of units, even if it's free or spending, you'll be able to make some massive gains with your roster with 6-star Awakening Gems. We've got loads of 6-star shards, tier 6 basics, tier 3 alpha, 7-star shards becoming available for lower players in progression, including 6-star selectors and rank 3 to 4 gems. So look, if you're an uncollected player, these are some big chances and opportunities to make some gains by going up. And at the same time, you know, the problem is it kind of suppresses those that are... It means that for Thronebreaker players, they're more encouraged to get up to Paragon, and I would recommend that. But for Cavalier players, you've just got the best of both worlds. If you had the units, you would be able to make some massive gains. If, as I said, you have the units, or you are spending a lot of money. Next tip is open crystals before you rank up champions. So one major thing is to go, look, open up those crystals. If you got a load of shards that you pick up, whether it's 7-star, 6-star, whatever it is, open them up first. One of the biggest things that you might find is that you go into this situation of going, I want to rank up, I don't know, the 6-star, like a cool 6-star, like an Infamous Iron Man or Doctor Doom or something like that. But you haven't opened any of your crystals yet. Open up all those crystals first before you make up rank up decisions, because you may find that the champion that pops out of those crystals, whether it be a 6-star featured, 7-star crystal, or 6-star crystal, or 5-star, or whatever, you may find that that's the new champion that's going to be the poster champion of your roster. That could be helping you out in battlegrounds, helping you out in some other bits of content, you know. And the final thing is try and have some fun. Otherwise, what's the point? That's a line from something. I can't remember what it's from. It's from a film, isn't it? Otherwise, what's the point? Oh man, that's gonna bug me then. Oh, it's from Kick-Ass. Kick-Ass 2. Right, okay. Yes, have a little bit of fun. If you got the units, you got the units. If not, hey, wait for Cyber Weekend deals and Banquet event. So that's something to look forward to. In any case, that's been it. That's been my top 10 tips for the Fun in the Sun. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one, whenever that be. Much love and goodbye for now.